Vaheguru, 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 Guru, Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. रसना जपे ना नाम तिल तिल कर कटिए. Maharaj says that rasna, that tongue which does not chant, should be cut into the pieces. Now somebody will say, why so strict? Why Maharaj is saying such a word? Because Vaheguruji is our father, Vaheguruji is our mother. Tu mera pita, tu hai mera mata. Parents only and only think good for their kids. You know, there's so many stories, and we always hear this in this physical world, that true friends are those who tell us what is our mistake, what are our shortfalls, rather than who are always and always saying good things about us. Because people will say good things if they need something from you. But the true friends are those who will show you the reality, who will show you the mirror. Vaheguru Ji, Guru Sahib, Tan Tan Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, Gurbani Guru show us the mirror because he is Satguru. Gurbani Guru wants us to walk on the path of live, not on the path of Tat. What is the path of live? The live of the path is love for Vaheguru. The love for Tat is the love for Maya, this physical Maya, this Sukham Maya. Because Maharaj knows that if we'll walk on the path of this Sukha Maya, physical Maya, we'll have to come back in this world again and again. Maya Tari At Anna Bola. And the one who is filled with Maya, whose mind is filled with Maya, Maharaj says he is Anna and Bola. He is mute, he is deaf, he is dumb, he is blind. Now, why Maharaj is saying all these things? आओ पूछिए महाराज तो. श्लोक महला तीजा. कलम जलो सन मसवाणी है, कागद भी जल जाओ, लिखण वाला जल बलो, जिन लिखया दूजा पाओ. And when we write anything, and where we are writing, we learned it from the last Shabad yesterday. Maharaj was talking about that you can write Vaheguru's name on the paper. But why to write it on the paper? Because at the end of the day, that paper is going to perish. That pen is going to perish. That ink is going to perish. So we learned from Satguruji that what we have to make our mind as a paper. And that's with our surt, with our focus, we have to write Vaheguruji's name in our mind, on our mind. Same thing Maharaj is saying. Today, kalam jalu. That surt, that pen should be burnt. San maswaniye, that ink pot, that bebek buddh is no longer a bebek. It's no longer good. That intellect should be burnt. Kagad bhi jal jao. That mind should also be burnt. Why? Likhan wala jal balu, jin likhya duja pao. You know, there are two types of heartburns. One with the food, when we have acidity. Then there is other heartburn when somebody breaks our heart. when somebody do something to us which we didn't expected. The path of Maya, the path of Tat, the path of this world, the attractions towards this world is the path where we will have a heartburn. So it's better not to pursue that path. Maharaj says it's better you understand. Maharaj is trying to explain us that the only thing which is going to go with you, which is going to give you a happiness, which is going to take you out of the pain, because we are looking for temporary happiness. ਛੋਟੀਆਂ ਮੋਟੀਆਂ ਖੁਸ਼ੀਆਂ ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆਪਾਂ, ਆ ਕਰ ਲਈਏ ਉਹ ਕਰ ਲਈਏ, let's buy a car, let's buy a, you know, this thing, let's go to for a vacation. Yes, you will get a temporary happiness, but that's not going to give you a a permanent happiness, because mind is in duality. ਦੂਜੇ ਭਾਵ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਲਮ ਜਲੋਂ ਸਣ ਮਸਵਾਣੀਏ ਕਾਗਦ ਵੀ ਜਲ ਜਾਓ ਲਿਖਣ ਵਾਲਾ ਜਲ ਬਲੂ ਜਿਨ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਦੂਜਾ ਪਾਓ, in duality, because Maya is all about duality. Should I do this, should I don't do, should I do that? You're always confused. People get, you know, totally into arguments, in pain, whenever they have to decide something, because they are unable to decide. The only thing which is going to give us the true happiness, away from the confusion, away from the doubts, is the love for Vaheguru. Nanak purab likhya kamavana, purab likhya, avar na karna jaye. Kende, you cannot do anything unless you recognized your lekha, your account, what you were sent to do here. ਇੱਥੇ ਭੇਜਿਆ ਕਾਨੂੰ ਸੀ ਸਾਡੇ? ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇਸ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਾਹਦੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਮਾਲਕ ਨੇ ਭੇਜਿਆ? What is the reason why he sent us here? And we read it, but we don't just have to read it and understand it, we have to follow it. We have to do practical of this. ਭਈ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਤ ਮਨੁੱਖ ਦਿਹੁਰੀਆ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਮਿਲਨ ਕੀ ਇਹ ਤੇਰੀ ਬਰੀਆ ਅਵਰ ਕਾਜ ਤੇਰੇ ਕਿਤੇ ਨਾ ਕਾਮ ਮਿਲ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਪਚ ਕੇ ਬਲਨਾ. We have to come to the Sachi Sangat and write our own lekha, because what has been written in the past has been written. For that we can only do the ardas, only do the prayer. Lekhe kate na chutiye, khin khin pulan har, bakshan har, bakshla nanak parutar. We cannot do anything whatever we have done in the past, but we can come in the sharan of Vaheguru. We can meditate, we can do Simran, Saas Gira Simran in Sachi Sangat, and our previous bad lekha, the sins which we have committed, the thoughts. What are the sins? The thoughts, the bad thoughts of Rajyogun, Tammogun, which we have taken, can be washed away, can be cleaned. Mahalla Tija, Hor Kood Padna, Kood Bolna, Maya Nal Pyar, Nanak Vin Nave Ko Thir Nahi, Pad Pad Hoye Khwar. Can they anything other than connecting with Vaheguru? Again, very important to know, Pyareo. Maharaj is not saying don't don't be educated, don't do anything physical work. Kirt karni hai. We have to do honest work, but we have to do where whatever is required. And anything good thing which we are doing for this world, we have to remember Vaheguru. If we are student, if we are studying, we have to remember Vaheguru. If we are working, we have to remember Vaheguru. Hor kood padna, kood bolna, maya naal pyar. Maya de naal pyar nahi karna. Kood nahi bolna. We don't have to say falsehood. We don't have to use abusive language. That is not which is required. We don't have to break other people's heart. We don't have to be argumentative. Kood padna, gandiyan cheejan, the dirty things. It can be anything, right? Violence, sex, anything. We don't have to go through all these things. We don't. That's not the path which we are going for. This is not the path which is meant for us. ਹੋਰ ਕੂੜ ਪੜਨਾ, ਕੂੜ ਬੋਲਣਾ, ਮਾਇਆ ਨਾਲ ਪਿਆਰ, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਸਰ ਕੂੜ ਹੈ, this is all ਝੂਠ, this is all garbage. ਨਾਨਕ ਵਿਨ ਨਾਵੇ ਕੋ ਥਿਰ ਨਹੀਂ, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ without ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ's ਨਾਮ, until or unless you don't get a stability of in your mind, you will not be able to cross this terrifying ocean. Only through the naam you can get a stability. You can be steady, your mind can be steady, your mind can stop wandering. More your mind will wander, more dukh the mind will have, more pain mind will have. ਨਾਨਕ ਵਿਨ ਨਾਵੇ ਕੋ ਥਿਰ ਨਹੀਂ, ਪੜ ਪੜ ਹੋਏ ਖੁਆਰ, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਜਿੰਨਾ ਇਹ ਜਿਹੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਪੜਾਂਗੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਖੁਆਰੀ ਮਿਲਣੀ ਹੈ. It's just gonna ruin our mind, ruin our thoughts. We're just gonna have pain, nothing more than that. Only naam can give us happiness. ਪੌੜੀ, ਹਰ ਕੀ ਵਡਿਆਈ ਵੱਡੀ ਹੈ, the praises of Vaheguru is utmost. It is the most important thing. It is the most greatest thing you can ever do. Har kirtan, har ka. Har ki vadiyai, vaddi hai. Har kirtan, har ka. Singing the praises of Vaheguru. Vah, Guru, Vah, Guru, Vah, Guru. Listening to the Anhad Bani, Anhad Kirtan, the voice of Vaheguru. That is what Vaheguru Ji is. Vaheguru Ji is in the form of Shabad. When we do his praises through his Gur Shabad or through the Shabad, that we are actually connecting our mind with Vaheguru. Har ki vadiyai vaddi hai, jan nyao hai dharam ka. Kende in the worldly courts, if something happens, the justice is not there. There is a falsehood. There is fake justice. Somebody who is going to bribe may win his court cases, but in the court of Vaheguru, there is a proper justice. If you have done good karams, if you are connecting to the Naam, then you are connected to the Naam. Nobody can take it away from you. In this physical world, people can steal stuff from you, steal Naam from you, steal the wealth of this physical world from you. But the wealth of Naam, nobody can steal it. Jal nahi dube, taskar nahi leve. The thieves cannot steal the Naam. They cannot steal anything from you, because Naam is Sukham. Name is Sukham. What is Sukham? Subtle. It is going to be connected with your mind. Your mind is also Sukham. Har ki vadiyai vaddi hai, ja phal hai ji ka. Whosoever will sing the greatness of Vaheguru, sing the praises of Vaheguru, uda phal bhi vadda. They will receive the Sukham Naam. When we do Vah Guru, Vah Guru, Vah Guru, Vah Guru, our mind will come in peace and will receive the fruit directly from Vaheguru. His Sukham Naam, that cosmic sound, that Anhad Shabad, that Prakash, that light of Vaheguru will be connected with that. Har ki vadiyai vaddi hai, ja na sunai kahya chugal ka. Who is chugal? The person who is doing slandering. Kende, when we do the Simran, that's why, there are different people. Guru Pyareo, bade pyar naal, bade dhyan naal hai sunna. Sometimes in the Sangat also, there are different kind of people. Some people come not to meet Vaheguru, but they have an agenda. They have an agenda to do a business or networking so that they can connect with this physical world. Sangat which ਜਦੋਂ ਆਉਣਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਨਾ, when we come in Sangat, the only thing what we have to do is connect with Vaheguru. We don't have to sell something. We don't need to have a physical agenda or the worldly agenda. ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦਾ ਜਦੋਂ ਏਜੰਡਾ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਵਾਂਗੇ, ਸਾਡਾ ਮਨ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵੈ ਉਹ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਪਰੇਸ਼ਾਨੀ ਦੀ ਹਾਲਤ 'ਚ ਰਹੇਗਾ. ਮਾਈਂਡ ਵਿਲ ਬੀ ਇਨ ਸਟ੍ਰੈਸ. ਆਪ ਵੀ ਸਟ੍ਰੈਸ 'ਚ ਹੋਵਾਂਗੇ, ਦੂਜੇ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਸਟ੍ਰੈਸ 'ਚ ਪਾਵਾਂਗੇ. we will be in pain, will put other person also in a pain. ਤੇ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਉੱਥੇ ਬੈਠ ਕੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਚੁਗਲੀਆਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨੀਆਂ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ. When we come in the Sangat, we don't have to look others, their personal life, because everybody is going through a problem. ਚੁਗਲੀਆਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨੀਆਂ, ਉੱਥੇ ਕੀ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ, ਸਿਰਫ ਰੱਬ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਜਪਣਾ ਹੈ. We have to connect with ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ. That's it. That is the only purpose of ਸੱਚੀ ਸੰਗਤ. ਹਰ ਕੀ ਵਡਿਆਈ ਵੱਡੀ ਹੈ, ਜਾਂ ਨਾ ਸੁਣੀ ਕਹਿਆ ਚੁਗਲ ਕਾ. He does not hear the word of the backbiters. ਜਦੋਂ ਐਸੇ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਨਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਪਿਆਰਿਓ ਬੜੇ ਧਿਆਨ ਨਾਲ, whenever some people say that they were coming to the Sangat, but the Kirpa is not happening, the mercy, the blessing is not happening, we have to see what were we doing in the Sangat. When the Sasgras Simran was happening, were we doing Sasgras Simran? Were we chanting from our tongue? Were we chanting loud? Vah Guru, Vah Guru. Or we were in thoughts. We were not present. Physically, maybe we were present, but our mind was somewhere else. Mind was doing some other thoughts. Mind might be doing slandering and gossiping of the Sangat itself. Kehte kirpa nahi honi. He's not going to hear you, because the world is in the hand of Tragun Maya, in the hand of Kal. Tragun Kale ki sir kala, sir kara. The government of this Tragun Maya, the government of this world is handled by the governor whose name is Kal, death. The anything, whenever we will talk about the physical things or the sukham worldly things, it is all going in the kitty of Kal. Kal is responsible for that. Kal is responsible for all the physical things, all the sukham things related to this world, meaning our thoughts. ਜੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਫੁਰਨਾ ਵੀ ਲੈਣੇ ਨਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਮਾੜਾ, ਉਹ ਵੀ ਕਾਲਸ ਨੂੰ ਦਵਾ ਰਿਹਾ. If we are saying, oh, that person is such and such, that family is such and such, it is all going to Kal. It is not going to Vaheguru. To Vaheguru ji, only Vaheguru Simran is there, going there. लेकिन अगर आप चुप करके फुरने ले जावांगे, कृपा ही नहीं होनी. जो मर्जी कर लो, it's सच्ची संगत also the kripa will not happen. Only the kripa will happen to those who will listen to the katha, not talking with others. You know what we are doing? We are listening to the katha. Katha is going on, but we are talking with others. Simran is going on, but we are talking with others. फिर वो संगत चांद का भी की फायदा? Make sure you carve out this time of the sangat, virtual or physical, totally dedicated. फिर कृपा होनी है. नहीं तो महाराज कहते सुनदा नहीं चुगलियां. ਉਹਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੋੜ ਚੁਗਲੀਆਂ ਸੁਣਨ ਦੀਆਂ. ਨਿੰਦਿਆ ਚੁਗਲੀ ਸੁਣਨ ਦੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੋੜ. ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ is not here for the worldly complaints. ਉਹਨੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਇਹ ਕਰਤਾ. Just like kids. They say, oh, something happened this to in my school, something happened that in my school. They are just complaints. That's all ਚੁਗਲੀਆਂ and all. ਹਰ ਕੀ ਵਡਿਆਈ ਵੱਡੀ ਹੈ, ਅਪੁੱਛਿਆ ਦਾਨ ਦੇਵ ਕਾ. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ whosoever will sing the praises, ਉਹਦਾ ਹਲਤ ਪਲਤ ਆਪੇ ਹੀ ਸਵਾਰ ਦੇਣਾ ਮਾਲਕ ਨੇ. Even your worldly problems will be solved on its own. You don't have to ask for it. Well, all the problems are related to this world, physical world also will be solved. क्योंकि मन शांत विच आ जाए. When mind is in peace, you will be successful here in this world as well as in the court of Vaheguru. ਇੰਨੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ. ਆਓ ਜੀ ਅਗਲਾ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਵੀ ਪੜ੍ਹਦੇ ਹਾਂ. ਸ਼ਲੋਕ ਮਹੱਲਾ ਤੀਜਾ. ਹਾਉ ਹਾਉ ਕਰਤੀ ਸਭ ਮੁਈ. ਮੈਂ ਹੋਮੇ, the ego, the duality. whosoever will do, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਸਭ ਮੁਈ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵੀ ਕਰੇਗਾ ਮਰੇਗਾ. ਸੰਪੋ ਕਿਸੇ ਨਾ ਨਾਲ. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ this physical money, the physical wealth is not going to go with you, because everybody has to die one day. This money is going to stay here. ਦੂਜੇ ਪਾਏ ਦੁੱਖ ਪਾਇਆ. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ in duality, in this maya, we will have dukh, only and only pain. Maybe that's what we were talking about before. Maybe just a temporary happiness. For example, if you love something to eat, right? Let's say you love a cookie. You can eat one, you can eat two, you can eat three, you can eat four. After fourth or fifth cookie, you will start feeling like throwing up. You can't eat more. That is what Maya do. Maya's happiness is temporary. The same thing which were giving you an enjoyment before will become pain for you in future. ਦੂਜੇ ਪਾਏ ਦੁੱਖ ਪਾਇਆ ਸਭ ਜੋ ਹੀ ਜਮਕਾਲ. And this is all Jamkal, these five doots, these five thieves, lust, greed, anger, attachment, ego, they are giving us these problems. They want us to be distracted. Lot of Gurmukh Pyare complained this thing. They say, oh, with Vaiguruji's Kirpa, when I'm doing the Simran, coming in the Sangat and all, my life has changed. Lust is less, greed is less, anger is less. But they say one thing is there. I feel hungry a lot. That is what these Jamkals will do, these five thieves will do. They will find a thing which where they can distract you. Now you know lust is bad, greed is bad, anger is bad, but maybe you have to eat. They will tell you, but you have to eat. It's okay to eat. Very careful. Be very careful because they will find a way. Because more stomach you have to eat. That's fine. But the more you will eat, the more your stomach is full, you'll not be able to do Simran. Whole point about the Jamkals, these five thieves, is to distract you out, distract you away from doing the Bhakti. Nanak Gurmukh Ubre Sacha Naam Samar. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ the only and only thing which can help you coming out of the slavery, coming out of the slavery of these five thieves, the dependency of these five thieves is Naam, Sacha Naam. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ connect with the Sacha Naam. ਸੱਚੇ ਨਾਮ ਨਾਲ ਕਨੈਕਟ ਹੋ ਜਾਓਗੇ, ਮਨ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਨਾਮ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜ ਜਾਏਗਾ, you will have no pain. ਗੱਲੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਚੰਗੀਆਂ, ਮਹੱਲਾ ਪਹਿਲਾ, ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਸ਼ਬਦ, ਗੱਲੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਚੰਗੀਆਂ, ਆਚਾਰੀ ਬੁਰੀਆਂ. That's what is in the world, right? People talk sometimes good, but character wise, inside something bad is happening. They'll say something good to you, but at your back, in their mind, they're showing bad things. ਮਨੋ ਕਸੂਦਾਂ ਕਾਲੀਆਂ ਬਾਹਰ ਚਿਟਵੀਆਂ. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ inside the mind always they have plans going on, the filthy dirty plans going on for someone, but outside they will say they are the best, they are beautiful, they do the best things. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਰੀਸਾਂ ਕਰੇ ਧਨਾੜੀਆਂ ਜੋ ਸੇਵੈ ਦਰ ਖੜੀਆਂ. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ they will imitate the ones who are connected with Vaheguru. They say that they are connected with Vaheguru. They are very religious, very spiritual. They might be wearing the religious robes and all that stuff. And people will get disappointed when they will know the reality. They'll say, oh, eh te bada apne aap nu changa samajhda si. But that's how the world is. Gurbani is telling us two things here. One thing is, Gurbani is making us aware how the people are. So don't be dependent on people. Don't follow a human. Follow Gurbani Guru. Number one. Number two, Gurbani is also telling us to do the self-introspection. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਝਾਤੀ ਮਾਰ ਕੇ ਵੇਖੋ, ਕਿਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਵੀ ਇਹੀ ਹਾਲ ਤੇ ਨਹੀਂ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਤੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਰੀਸਾਂ ਕਰਦੇ. ਰੀਸਾਂ ਕਰੇ ਧਨਾੜੀਆਂ. ਧਨਾੜੀਆਂ, ਧਨਾੜ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਜੀ, the one who have a lot of wealth. Here the wealth of Naam is there. ਰੀਸਾਂ ਕਰੇ ਧਨਾੜੀਆਂ. ਧਨਾੜੀਆਂ ਤੱਤੇ ਨਾਲ. ਧਨਾੜੀਆਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ. Yeah. The ones who are connected with Vaheguru. ਰੀਸਾਂ ਕਰੇ ਧਨਾੜੀਆਂ ਜੋ ਸੇਵੇ ਦਰ ਖੜੀਆਂ. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ the one who are connected to Vaheguru, are on the court of Vaheguru. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਧਨਾੜੀਆਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ ਗੁਰੂ ਪਿਆਰਿਓ, ਧਨਾੜੀਆਂ. ਧਨਾੜੀਆਂ is them. the ones who are connected with Vaheguru, ਇਹਦਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਰੀਸਾਂ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ। They are imitating those who are connecting with Vaheguru। ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਜੋ ਸੇਵੇ ਦਰ ਖੜੀਆਂ, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਬਟ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਹੀ ਵੱਖਰੀਆਂ। They are different. The ones who are connected with Vaheguru all the time, ਨਾਲ ਖਸਮੇ ਰਤੀਆਂ ਮਾਣੇ ਸੁਖ ਰਲੀਆਂ, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਉਹ ਤੇ ਰਤੀਆਂ ਹੋਈਆਂ। They are imbued in the color of Vaheguru. They don't care if somebody is doing gossiping, slandering of them, they are happy. Somebody is doing backbiting about them, they are happy. Mane sukh raliyan, they are always in the sukh of Vaheguru। ਉਹ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਹੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ, ਮਾਲਕ ਦੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ। They don't care। ਹੁੰਦੇ ਤਾਣ ਨਿਤਾਣੀਆਂ ਰਹੇ ਨਿਮਾਣੀਆਂ, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ they have lot of power। The person who has spiritual powers, they have lot of riddhiyan siddhiyan, but they don't use। Because why they should use? Because they don't need worldly happiness, they need a happiness of Vaheguru। And they know even if somebody is saying something bad, just like Kabir Sahib says, nindo nindo moko nindo, and then do my nindya, do my gossiping and slandering, I don't care। They don't care people do gossiping and slandering, they can do whatever they want to because they have a lot of power, but they don't use their power। Rahe nimaniya, they remain humble, they are always living a humble life। Nanak janam skarta je tinke sang mila, can they do the sachi sangat of these sant jan? Do the sangat, become in the congregation of the sachi sangat if you want to have a successful life, a profitable life। Because this janam was given to us to connect with Vaheguru, to cross this terrifying ocean। Paudi, tu ape jal meena hai, ape 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 hi Vaheguru। Tu ape jal meena hai, ape ape hi aap jal। See, when we look into now, Maharaj's Guru Ramdas Sache Pasha is clarifying to us in more depth। Maharaj has given us, okay, that there are Sakat people, there are bad people, right? But Maharaj says, in the Sakats also, in the bad people, in the Manmukhs also, Vaheguruji is there. They are also in the Hukam. Very high understanding is required. You know, a lot of people, we discussed this before also, they talk about specific Bani Tuks, right? And but they forget to, you know, remember the full Shabad। So that's why always and always when we are taking the wisdom of Vaheguru, for example, the Tuk people uses Murkhe Naal na Lujiye, but Maharaj says something else before। Maharaj says Manda kise na akhiye, Akhar ehi bujiye, Murkhe naal na lujiye। Can they don't say bad to anybody? Same thing Maharaj is saying here, that Vaheguruji is in the both sides, everywhere he is there। Tu ape jal meena hai, tu ape jal meena hai ape, you are the water, you are the fish, meena is fish, ape hi aap jal, can they even the net which is going to capture the fishes, you are that net also। Tu ape jal vataye da, ape vich se bal, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ you are spreading that net also। ਤੂੰ ਆਪ ਹੀ and ਆਪ ਹੀ, you yourself is giving the bait to the fishes, you are the bait of the fishes also। ਤੂੰ ਆਪੇ ਕਮਲ ਅਲਪਿਤ ਹੈ, ਸਹਿ ਹੱਥਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਗੁਲਾਲ, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ you are yourself the lotus, you are not affected by any colors and all। Even in the water you are still there। Tu ape mukat karaenda, you are the one who is responsible for the liberation of everybody। Guru Pyaro, remember this thing, Even the manmukh is walking on the path. Even the atheist is walking on the path of meeting Vaheguru. Never judge people. Whenever Maharaj is telling us all these things, he is telling us that we have to do a self introspection. ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਵੱਲ ਦੇਖਣਾ, and we have to be cautious. ਜਿੱਥੇ ਬਹਿਸਾਂ ਬੁੱਸਾਂ ਹੋ ਰਹੀਆਂ, the arguments are happening, especially about God, whether God exists or not, what is this, what is that. Don't be involved. Just keep on doing your thing. Keep on doing ardas, benti. Whenever these bad thoughts come, we have mentioned, now we are doing it every day. Hopefully, we are doing at home also. काम क्रोध अर लोभ मोह बिनस जाए अहमेव नानक प्रभ शरणागति कर प्रसाद गुरुदेव. Whenever some bad thought is coming, do that ardas, because these five thieves will be continuously giving us these thoughts. Sometimes we will be in Sattogun, sometimes we'll be in the Rajogun, sometimes we can be in Tamogun. But we have to reduce the path of Tamogun. We have to remain in Rajogun and Sattogun, mostly Sattogun. Even when we are working, we have to remember Vaheguru. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਫੇਰ ਕੀ ਹੋਏਗਾ? ਤੂੰ ਆਪੇ ਮੁਕਤ ਕਰਾਏ ਦਾ ਇੱਕ ਨਿਮਕ ਘੜੀ ਕਰ ਖਿਆਲ. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ when if you want, even if we will be in a second, for a smallest instance of a time, remember Vaheguru, we can be liberated. If the last thought is about Vaheguru, not about this physical world, Maharaj will make us liberated. But who will take that last thought? Only the one who is remembering Vaheguru all the time. But if we are watching a TV, if we are doing all sorts of stuff, who knows when the last thought will come? If the last thought comes then, if the last breath comes then we have spoiled our life. We have lost our life, the purpose of our life. Har tudho bahar kich nahi. Nothing is beyond you. Everything is within you. Kal de vich vi, who created the Kal? Who created the five thieves? Who created this Trigun Maya? Vaheguru ji did. तू हर तुदहो बाहर किच नहीं गुर शब्दी वेख निहाल. कहते you become an observer, surrender yourself and only do sas gira simran, remember Vaheguru and enjoy every aspect, live in the pana. Don't become so much stressed, why this is happening, why that is happening. Stay in pana, make your mind steady. When we will make our mind steady, when we live in the will of God, then all the pain, all the dukh will go away. आओ जी महाराज की अरदास करिए कि महाराज do us a kirpa so that we can also remember Vaheguru. आओ जी शुरू करिए. We have to say Va, tummy in, listen to your voice. Guru, tummy out, listen to your voice. Saas gira simran. Vah Guru, 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 Guru, Vah 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 nguru, va, 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 nguru, nguru, va, 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 nguru, nguru, va, 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 nguru, Guru, Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਹਮ ਅਵਗੁਣ ਪਰੇ, ਏਕ ਗੁਣ ਨਾਹੀ, ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਛਾੜ ਬਿਖੈ ਬਿਖ ਖਾਈ। ਮਾਇਆ ਮੋਹ ਭਰਮ ਪੈ ਭੂਲੈ, ਸੁਤ ਦਾਰਾ ਸਿਉ ਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਲਗਾਈ। ਇਕ ਉਤਮ ਪੰਥ ਸੁਣਿਓ ਗੁਰ ਸੰਗਤ, ਤੈ ਮਿਲੰਤ ਜਮ ਤਰਾਸ ਮਿਟਾਈ। ਇਕ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਪਾਠ ਕੀਰਤ ਕੀ, ਗੁਰ ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਰਾਖੋ ਸ਼ਰਨਾਈ। ਇਕ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਪਾਠ ਕੀਰਤ ਕੀ, ਗੁਰ ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਰਾਖੋ ਸ਼ਰਨਾਈ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਫੁੱਲਾਂ ਚੁੱਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਖਿਮਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਪਿਆਰਿਓ। We'll meet again tomorrow with Vaheguru